يسددها لوكا ولكن خاطئة.
Hansi Flick has turned Barcelona into a machine. Sharp, ruthless, and flat-out terrifying.
Barça beaten!
Barcelona's Champions League run this year ended in pure heartbreak, but getting there, that was straight-up electric. The second leg of the semi-finals against Inter Milan, two words come to mind for a match like that, both four letters. We'll keep it clean and go with epic because that's exactly what it was.
Two semi-finals, it's two exceptional semi-finals that we witnessed. I mean, with two teams that really were going or driving each other on the edge.
120 minutes of non-stop drama, wild momentum swings, and pure edge-of-your-seat madness. Even the neutral fans probably dropped the other four-letter word when that final whistle blew. Inter looked done before Barca even started cooking. Legs were getting heavy, sure, but it was the mental slip-ups that really showed. Passes went wayward, timing was off, and the decisions flat-out shaky. That's when Barca came alive. They didn't panic, they powered up, storming back from 2 goals down like everything, season, pride, legacy was riding on it. Think about who they were facing too. Inter is a team that doesn't give up leads. They defend like a wall. If they get ahead by 1, they usually shut the game down. So imagine how tough it is to break through not once, not twice, but 3 times against them. That's exactly what Barcelona did. But before that, the first half, Barcelona wasn't exactly shining. Sloppy mistakes handed into their goals, and they blew a few chances of their own. But then came the second half and everything flipped. Whatever was said in that tunnel lit a fire under them. In just 15 minutes, they wiped out Inter's lead like it never happened. Inter couldn't keep up. They were on their heels and Barcelona smelled blood. And then, the moment. Barcelona led 3-2. The dream looked real. The comeback was complete. But as every football fan knows, games don't end at 90. Injury time brought pain. Then Inter found another gear, and Barca ran out of miracles. The final score, 4-3, Inter threw Barca out. But here's the craziest part. Right in the middle of all that chaos, one kid straight up stole the show. A 17-year-old who danced through Inter's defense like it was just another pickup game on the block.
Lamine Yamal fever has taken over the headlines. It's taken over world football right now. The front pages are full of him. With Lamine, everything is possible. Marvellous. Mamma mia. Oh my goodness. Yes, everybody talking about Lamine Yamal, including his own manager, Hansi.
You see, the night before the match, Inter's coach, Simone Inzaghi, didn't even try to hide the game plan. He flat out said that they need to double or triple mark him, just like they did in the first leg. And that's exactly what happened. Every time Lamine Yamal touched the ball, boom, 2, sometimes 3 defenders swarmed him like bees to honey. No space, no time, just pressure. And sure, that sounds like a smart strategy. After all, the kid torched Inter in the first leg. But think about this for a second. No emotion, just facts. The biggest threat to a Champions League semi-final team was a teenager who still wears braces and isn't even old enough to legally drive a car in Spain. That alone should tell you everything. For those tuning in just for the second leg, it might have seemed overhyped when both coaches, yes, even Inzaghi, who's seen it all, were calling him a genius before kickoff. But if you caught that first match, it made perfect sense. Those game-changing moments stuck with everyone. The smooth footwork, the smart touch, and that beautiful curler that brought Barca back into it at the Camp Nou. Then there was that wild fake-out in the second half that left defenders stumbling before Raphinha fired home that third goal. That wasn't luck, that was real. Now fast forward to the return leg, it was a battle. The pitch was slick, the air was thick with tension, and Inter came out ready to fight. The ref let the game breathe, no constant whistles, no soft calls. It was physical, old school, and Yamal, he took some serious hits. But the kid didn't hide. Even when Barca looked a bit scattered early on, he kept showing up, asking for the ball, going at defenders like nothing could shake him. And just like last time, Di Marco, the poor guy stuck marking him, had to come off again. Drained. Before the chaos finally settled, Yamal had forced Jan Sommer into not 1 but 2 ridiculous saves, some of the best in the tournament. He even hit the post late in the game, nearly snatching the win with a moment of magic. Sadly, after all that, Barcelona didn't get the result they were chasing. But let's be real, this isn't their first time dancing on the edge. Remember Atletico? Benfica? That wild Copa del Rey final against Madrid? This team feeds off chaos. They've made not quitting their whole personality. And the real question is, how do they keep pulling this off? Well, it all comes down to how Flick's got these boys playing. When the other team presses high, Barcelona doesn't waste time passing around the back like it's a game of keepaways. Now they go straight to business. Ball goes from the defenders right up to the midfielders or attackers. There's no messing around. And that direct approach, it throws the other team off and lets Barca hit them quick before they can even set up. Now Flick loves flexibility. His players are always shifting, always switching it up. One minute the midfield looks like a box, next minute it's a diamond. They're popping up in different spots, dragging defenders around, making it hard for the other team to lock onto anyone. That constant movement keeps the ball flowing and the pressure on. And watch the middle of the pitch. Flick wants it packed. That's where the magic and the protection comes from. If Barca loses the ball, there's always a gang of 4 or 5 players right there to jump on it, swarm the guy who took it and win it back. That's the whole rest defense thing. It's like setting a trap while you're attacking. Now those pockets of space between the other team's midfield and defense, that's where the fun starts. Barca's attacking mids love chilling in there, waiting for the right passes. When they get it, they can turn, look up, and either slip someone through or go for the goal themselves. If a defender steps up to stop them, it leaves spaces behind. If they don't, well, now the midfielder's got all day. It's a lose-lose for the opponent. And sometimes they'll bounce a quick pass off the striker, defender to striker, striker to midfielder, sneaking into space. Smooth, fast, and hard to stop. It keeps the attack flowing and the middle of the pitch hot. Flick's also added some serious fire with those wingers. Lamine Yamal, Raphinha, Ferran Torres. These guys are flying down the flanks, always making runs behind the defense. So now Barca's mixing it up with those risky, direct balls over the top. It's fast, it's dangerous, and it's opening up space everywhere. And here's the beauty of it. Those wingers are such a problem, the defenders start dropping back to deal with them. But boom, that just leaves space right in front, and that's all Barcelona's midfielders need to start cooking. Out wide, they've got this slick move. The winger pulls the fullback out, and the midfielder slips right into that sweet spot between the fullback and centre-back. It's prime real estate for a killer pass or a quick 1-2 to crack things open. And sometimes just making that run draws a defender away, giving the winger a lane to cut inside and let it fly. Defensively, it's all gas, no brakes. Flick's pressing style means every Barca player is right up on their man. It's pressure from the jump. The other team barely has time to think before they're swarmed, coughing the ball up in dangerous spots. That's where Barca flips defense into attack instantly. Even with man marking, the players stay smart. If their guy drifts away from the play, they don't chase. Nah, they slide inside, clog up in the midfield, and help the team stay compact. Flick also keeps the fullbacks disciplined. He doesn't want them sprinting forward like wild men unless it's necessary. That keeps the defense balanced and stops the backline from getting exposed. Speaking of the backline, Barca plays it high, real high. It shrinks the field, squeezes the space, and forces the other team to play faster than they want to. But it only works if the defenders are quick and always locked in, communicating and moving together. That high line also lets them pull off the offside trap. When everyone's in sync, they catch attackers slipping and shut down plays before they get dangerous. And even when the ball's not near the goal, Barca's pressing never stops. If the opponent plays it sideways or backwards, Barca steps up, one line after the next, smothering them. They push the other team further and further back until they've got nowhere to go. That's how Flick's Barcelona stays on the front foot. They're controlling the game, creating chances, and never letting up. But this season wasn't just about their style, it was about their transformation.
You know, there are going to be goals in the game. They're going to score and they're going to get scored upon. But if you get in at that back and forth with Barcelona, more times than not, you're going to lose because they're better than any other team in Europe in doing exactly.
When it's all said and done this season, yeah, Barcelona fell short. No Champions League final, that one hurts. Knocked out by Inter? Oh, that's a tough pill to swallow, especially after a decade without lifting that trophy. And just like that, the dream of a treble? Gone. But here's the thing, even with all that heartbreak, this Barca team has so much to be proud of. Like, let's not forget, they already bagged the Spanish Supercopa, they clinched the Copa del Rey, And this isn't just about wins and losses, it's about what this team is becoming. This is a whole new era being built brick by brick. A young squad, fresh legs, fearless minds. You've got Lamine Yamal balling out like he owns the pitch, Pedri playing like a seasoned general, and a whole crew coming up from La Masia ready to rewrite history. The ghosts of Roma, Liverpool, all that heartbreak from 2018 and 2019, they don't haunt this squad anymore, because this team, they believe now. And that belief, it's contagious. In Milan, 4,000 travelling fans held up signs that said, "We are back." And honestly, it feels true. Flick has taken this group and flipped the mentality. It's not about reliving past glory, it's about creating new glory. Just months ago, Barcelona looked lost in Europe, like they didn't belong. But now, they're out here settling scores. They beat Bayern Munich. Yes, that Bayern, the one that put 8 past them in 2020. Sweet revenge. So yeah, they're not in the Champions League final, but don't get it twisted. Barcelona earned their respect back loud and clear. 9 months ago, they were the punchline. Now, they're a problem. Teams used to circle them like sharks. Now they hesitate. This ain't the Barca that folds under pressure. This is the Barca that bites back, that fights till the last whistle. They're not just back, they're cooking up something dangerous. And Europe better pay attention. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to Matchday Moments for more content like this.